Hey there, welcome aboard. It's Walter here. We are going to talk about trading gone bad. What do you do when your trading isn't really clicking and you're having some challenges? Well, it turns out there are a couple of things that are really helpful, and sometimes, in fact, I'd say most of the time, what we do as traders is we catastrophize. So we make things seem worse than they are. If you've ever been around somebody and you hear them talking about something and you're like, dude, you really don't even know it. Like, it's not that bad, if you've ever heard. Well, the thing is, we do that with our own trading sometimes. You and I, and just about anyone else who's ever taken a trade, has been in a situation where you just feel like it's not going to work. This is crazy. It's not working anymore. Well, if that's the case, I have a couple of things that you can do. Number one, actually, let me bring this over here for you so you can see it. The first thing you can do, you can avoid a stressful situation. This is a really good way to get away from this. Let me share the screen. Let me share my screen here so you can see. Cool. So when it feels like it's really bad, first of all, catastrophizing. If we're catastrophizing, it's because what you're really trying to do here is avoid pain. And the reason why our brains are set up this way is when something bad happens, our brain's like, get away from this, run away, don't do anything, or freeze. People say fight or flight. Usually it's fight or freeze. And so one thing you can do is if it's really stressful to trade and you're in a situation where it's too stressful. For example, let's say you're working a job. You work a job, you get up at 6, you get home at 7 in the evening, and then you want to trade from like 8 p.m. to midnight or whatever. That can be very stressful, especially if you want to go to sleep, but you've got a losing trade on. So I encourage you, if this is stressful for you to watch your trades, what you should be doing is not watching them. You should get away. This is probably the most obvious one, but a lot of people don't think about this. The fact that you choose whether to sit around and watch your trades. One thing that I've learned from working with other traders is there's a really good technique I'll share with you in a moment, how to do this, how to avoid stressful situations, and how to actually use your strategy to work for you instead of having to feel like you have to do the heavy lifting. I'll share that with you in a minute. Number two is to simply reduce your position size. If you're unable to sleep at night because you have a trade on, then it's time to reduce. If you have a really hard time accepting losing trades, the biggest thing about trading is learning how to lose. That's the biggest thing. The traders that I run across and I work with who don't do well, oftentimes it's because their focus is on winning rather than trying to make money. And as funny as that sounds, once you learn how to lose, it's easier to make money. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. And if you've been trading for a few years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, and the reason why this is true is because once you start focusing on your expectancy of your trading system and how your money is going to come from the numbers and not from any one individual trade, it's easier for you to execute and stay on top of it. So you can reduce your position size to a level that makes sense for you. We've talked about the risk calculator in other videos. You can go back and see those other videos about that. So, the risk calculator will help you determine a position size. It'll help you avoid the catastrophic drawdown level, which is where you'll quit. So that's something to take a look at. And the last thing is really to remember it's okay to lose. Some of the best trading systems have really, really low win rates. You can make a big pile of money. If you have a 3-to-1 reward to risk ratio, if your winners are $3,000 and your losers are $1,000, how often do you have to win? Well, the answer is you only have to win about 25, 26% of the time and lose 74% of the time you're making money. It'd be better if it was a little bit higher than that, but that is a profitable strategy, a 3-to-1 with a set 26% win rate. So let's get into the charts. And what I want to share with you now, this is one of the things I've learned from one of my students. And let's see here. We are on the Aussie. No, we're on the Euro. So you should see my Euro 4-hour chart here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a moving average, and we're going to use a trailing exit here, okay? And it's really, the focus I know for a lot of us is on the trading entries. But that's not very important. I've got a 6 EMA on here. I don't really care about the entries. What I'm trying to prove to you is that if you find getting out of a trade stressful, you can automate it. And you can use something like this moving average system where you let the moving average get you out of a trade. And when you let the moving average get you out of the trade, what happens is, we're on support here, but there's no real reason to buy. You can literally take the trade and then walk away and let the moving average exit get you out. So it has to be automated. You got to get it automated. But let's just see if we can find a trade here. I want to find something where it's like, I want to sell, maybe if it comes back up here and touches, and okay, it's not going to touch there. It's going to blow right through it. That's okay. Okay, I'm just going to buy and say that this is a bounce. This is the first time the market's touched off here. It's okay if it doesn't trigger or whatever. I'll put my stop loss down here. So I'm just going to buy and say, yep, if the market goes higher here, I'm in. Well, it did go higher, but not by much. Okay, so maybe I'll get, okay, cool. So I'm in the trade now. And what I'm going to do is move my stop to break even just so that I don't lose. And as soon as this moving average turns downward, the slope goes down, and I'll show you how to see this, then I'm going to get out of the trade. This is just a simple moving average exit. It's still going up. So this is still an upward sloping moving average, so I'm going to stay in. Okay, now it starts to flatten, but it's still pointing up. Right here, it was at 131.05, and right here, it's at 131.09, so it's still pointed up. Okay, now it's at 131.10 and 131.09, so it did go up by 1 pip, so it's still sloping up, so I'm not going to get out. Still sloping up. Okay, I think that's down now. 31.13 and 31.12, yes. So I would exit this trade now, and that's exactly what a moving average exit looks like. And you can have it automated so that it's doing this in the background for you, okay? You can be sleeping and literally sleeping, not stressed out about your trade, and it will close the position when the moving average changes. We talk about this in the small account big profit. In fact, we'll be taking trades like this. So if you're interested in that, in this style of trading, you can click the link below this video or above this video and get more information on small account big profits. All right. Let's just take another trade here. Maybe I'll go long. Maybe I won't go long. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to use, I've talked about this in other videos, I'm just going to use like a drop trade here. If it breaks this trend line, I'll get in, and it did. So I'll put my sell stop here. I'll put my stop loss up here. And let's just see if it goes lower. If it goes lower, I'm going to be in. Okay, maybe it's not going to work, but okay. I'm going to put another order here below this bearish candle. And I'm going to say that it broke through the trend line, came back up and touched the trend line and this resistance or support level right there. So I'm going to go off this bearish candle, and I'm in. And if this moving average turns up, it could happen right away. That's still okay. I'll get out. Okay, I'm going to move my stop loss to break even now because I'm worried about being stopped out. Still going down though. Still go. Okay, there we are. So this one, not so nice. Not so nice on this one. It's kind of a smaller profit, but you still see the same principles apply here. So that's basically how I like to use the moving average. This is how I like to use the moving average exit, and you can automate it. So it's not difficult to do. I hope that helps. I wish you very happy trading. I hope to see you in another video. And if you want to join us at Small Accounts Big Profits, click the link below or above. Catch you later. Happy trading. See ya. Bye.